Now that he's learned he had the canter, he's found something to be afraid of. Or he's pretending. That's it, all the way in. All the way in. That's right. Don't be eager to it until you have to. Keep working on it. Alright, how far did you cut that turn off? Like
A lot.
It's not a great big arena. He can certainly trot all the way around it. That was better. Come on, get his energy back up. If he's keeping on the outside, he's really going to do a canter. He's getting all the way to the end. Girl. Good. One more time around. You tap that back. Good again. Good job. Hold it up. Come on. Good job. All day long.
Wow.
Ready? Walk the ring. Okay? You're going to have to be really clear with this horse what you want from him. When he gets, you give him an inch, he can take a mile when you give an inch kind of horse. So everything he does, you're going to have to be really clear that he's doing it your way. And you're going to have to know what your way is. If you're like, oh, I don't care if you wander around the middle, or I don't care if you cheat a corner, he's going to say, thank you, I'm going to cheat the next one by twice as much. You're going to walk all the way up this side and not cheat. Walk all the way up and not cheat. Okay. I mean, I'll have to move forward. Anyway, tap, tap. Okay, so you should work the ball. It's clear that you want to walk. So then you can up that one and then not be short ahead. You're not going to end up there. Good. When you come around this turn, I'd like you to pick up your canter going the other way. We're going to pick up the canter right leads to now, so we'll get this side in without the scary side. All right, let's go. Put your hand up too high. Hand down. Now hand up. Tap it. Come on. Always just wandering around on you. He's not. There you go. Now canter. You're going to have to be stronger with your left leg. All right, now we're going to have to go over here and do it where it was scarier. I was trying to do it at an easier spot. But he wasn't ready. Make sure you get him ready over here. All right, let's hand it. Tap it. Don't pull back. Don't pull back. Good. You got it now. Go get it. Yeah. Problem. Cheating horse. Don't let him get away with it. Be grittier. That's hard when you're riding a great big animal that's trying to take you through the middle and you're not quite sure what to do. What to do is just ride and just almost try to gallop him at that corner. Got it? Good. Right on. Left hand intact. Don't pull back on the ring. When he starts, that makes just him being naughty. That's him not going forward enough. You got him forward, good girl. Canter going out of this turn. Let him cheat through the middle. Pull back in back. One thing, stop there. I want to show you one technique. Okay. I know it's frustrating. You're handling it really well. I would be ready to kill him if I were you. So this going up here is not helping you. So what I want to see, this hand, put this back here, there in your body. See how that turned him? Okay, so when he's trying to run to the right, put this elbow in your body and do that. See how strong that got you?
Yeah.
That makes your body stronger. So adjust your range so you can do it. You may even need your range just longer. But keep that there. If this gets up here and light, then he's going to run away from it. Okay? If this gets down here and strong, then you can do more business. Okay? You. All right. Let's go. Tap the buttons. Don't let him back up. Go back up. Tap it, girl. Tap him again. Walk forward.
Come
on. Good girl. Now really get determined. Get determined. Get that elbow back on your hip. Now ride him up through here. Forward, forward, forward. Good. Faster, faster. That's the way. Got it. Got it. Don't let it go. That's something you can do in your lessons too, is learn to cowgirl from the trot to the canter and back to the trot. Because how do horses trot in the field? How do they canter in the field? They'll be trotting along and they just trot into the canter in the field. So it's a natural thing for a horse to trot into the canter. So learn to ride that, trot into the canter. Like when he falls out of it, you can trot him right back into it. Like there's hunters and jumpers that are trotting around the fences and their horses will trot into the canter all the time. Now it's nice that a horse can do a flexible, beautiful step into the canter for the canter department. That's really nice. But there's no reason they can't trot into the canter also if they fall out of it. We don't want them falling out of it once they do it. All right, let's try again. Get ready? Put that left elbow back on your hip. Give enough front right hand, enough room for him to step into his bridle. Come on around the turn. We're going to start him one more time. That's the way. Sit down, even that well. Just kick because you use your leg well. Good, good. Just pass it. You're going to pass this pass. Get around the turn. You get around it again. One more time. Good. Now tap him once hard now. Tap him hard. Good. That's it. Now ride him hard up this side. Keep going. Come on, you got it. You got it, cowgirl. Good, Greta. Come on. Get around this turn. Get around this turn. Come on, don't let it cheat you. Pass the girl. Run hard. Get it. Get it. Look at you. Let him stop there. 2 laps. Good girl. All right, stop him back. This horse is really going to be a good challenge for you. Because, you know, I would not consider this at all dangerous for you, but boy, it's not freaking easy, is it? And you can get it where it is easy. All right, but it's not going to be that easy to get. But he's going to make you learn some skills. He's not going to let you just be a passenger. You're going to have to be a freaking horseback rider. And you have to get gritty, and you're going to have to get mad at him sometimes because, you know, he's just being a punk. And he just needs you to be tougher than he is. I mean, that's long story short. And I have no doubt that you're going to be tougher than he is. But he's going to test you on numerous days. And if he does get light in the front end like that, the answer is to go forward, harder. So when he starts backing up, never let him back up, and don't let him be lazy. Come out here and work. He doesn't have to come out here and work for, to me, this horse does not need to work for half an hour. He's going to get sick of it and look for ways to get out of it. But he needs to come out here for 20 minutes and work snappy. Let's go ahead, now that you've cantered each way reasonably successfully, let's turn around and we're going to finish up on some bit better trotting, okay? So we're going to do one more big trot each way, showing me the best trot that he can do. All right, let's get to it. Try not to use a whole lot of kicking leg. Try to use a soft leg as you trot. Use your leg, ask him to be responsive to it. Good, soft hands too. Any horse that doesn't like to go forward enough, you certainly don't want to use a strong hand on that horse. You want to be soft-handed so that he can go. I would be pretty firm with that stick though. You're not trying to hurt him with it, but you're trying to teach him that you're going to be tough and he's going to go. Every time he tries to run, you get right here. One more side. All right, get down right now. Feel your rattle. Let your top up there. All the way halt. You just need to practice a lot of flat walk because that's going to come naturally to it. We can reverse and show us your best trot again the other way. Make it do a nice turn on the forehand here. No backing up. Good, no backing up. All right, good try. Good, is your diagonal correct? Good girl. Good, turn right to you. Keep your back. Good now. All right, one more side. Show us your best. You don't want you to come in and line up. So with him mentally, you want to come out here and do a nice workout. And you want to get the canter at least twice each lead. But then I wouldn't belabor the point and work him until he's like sick of canter. Because he's not, canter's not his favorite thing, you can tell, obviously. But he's also, he's a 3-gated saddle horse, he's going to have to canter. Right? It's not really that freaking hard. But, so you've got to balance between doing it enough to train him on it and doing it so much he's sick of it and he resents it. So don't canter him. Once you get it a couple times right each lead, then that's enough. But at the same time, if he's not getting it right, you got to work on it till you get it. So the idea is to try to help him do it well enough the first couple of times each lead, but then he doesn't have to keep practicing and practicing on it. If he gets it wrong, then he's got to freaking practice until he gets it right. And that's your job as a rider, is to help him get it right, so that then he can get to quit and move on to the cool stuff like his trotting big and that sort of thing. So that's going to be more fun for him. And then, I've worked him, he's got to get fit, because to me, any horse that is fit is gamer. But there's also a point that is he fit or is he sour? You can work them to the point that they're so tired of working that they just don't like to do it anymore. So you got to balance that with how much do I have to work this horse to get him fit versus how much is too much work for this horse where he'll get sour about it. And I think he's got a little bit of a sour he's a little bit of a sourpuss out here working today. Anyway, maybe I'm just catching him on a bad day, but that's what he seems like today. He doesn't really, like to work hard, or else he's just messing around with you. And maybe once you get through that, and you teach him that okay, you can't mess around with me because I'm going to be tougher than you are, then he might just get really good and happy. And a lot of horses do that. I got a story I can tell everybody about. It's in my book, but Brian Chappell is a great horse trainer, and he was working this horse, and I went to look at it.
Does he?
Gated horse. Actually, I went to look at something else.
Does he cut with you too? Does he cut with you too?
He tries to, but once I kind of ride him like he did at the end, he gets a lot.
But he showed me another horse. He said, I've got this other horse. It's actually her
But
full
he
brother.
definitely does
But I've got, I said, Brian, I don't like that horse. I've seen him show. He just pins his ears. He looks at the ground. I mean, he's got a lot of motion. He's a great big stout, big wide-chested gated horse, but he's a little too big boned, really. But he would always show with his ears pinned back on his head, just like he was mad as a hornet the whole time. Who could like that, So I said, Brian, I just, I don't like that horse. I don't think you should waste some of your time to show him to me. He said, well, you should see him now. He said, I've got him happy using his ears. I said, well, if you've got him happy using his ears, you must have a magic wand. And he said, no, I'll tell you what happened. He said, when that horse came in here, he was always trying to do his own thing. Kind of reminded me what this horse was doing. He was just always messing around, and he wouldn't work hard, and sometimes he'd work hard, but he was working against me when he worked hard. He said, I finally got through to him, and I got him to my tune is where he put it. He said, and once he figured out that I was in charge, he got real happy. He said, horses, it's always in a herd situation, some horses really want to be the alpha, the leader of the herd. They want to be the dominant horse in that herd. And he said that horse was really dominant. And so there was always this conflict of who was dominant. Was it the trainer or was it the horse? And this horse has got a little bit of that in him. He's a little worried about he's not worried. He's still thinking maybe he's the dominant one of the herd here. And he said once that horse gave it up and he understood that I was the herd leader and I was going to be the dominant one in the herd, then he understood his place and he got real happy. And sure enough, he showed me the horse. He's still big-headed, not pretty enough. But he used his ears and he was happy doing his job. And I think this horse could get happy doing his job. But right now there's some in his mind is, okay, who is really the one that's going to be the herd leader here? Is it me or is it going to be this kid? And the kid's going to have to teach him that, no, I'm going to be the herd leader here. And when I say canter, we're going to canter. And when I say go all the way to the end, we're not going to go all the way to the end minus 20 feet. And once you get that through to him, I think you're going to have a lot nicer horse to ride. But you're going to have to be gritty and tough, and you're going to have to show him that you are the herd leader. Because in a herd situation, the horses will challenge themselves, or challenge each other to see who is going to be the one that's the leader, and he's going to challenge you a little bit. And that's just who he is right now. And once you get through to him, that you're the leader of this herd, and you can do it in other ways too. You can go in his stall, and you don't have to be mean to him, but you just have to not take any crap from him. You can be nice to him as long as he's, behaving, and when he's not, you just keep him in line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's enough for him today. We kind of ended on a good note. You got some good stuff done. Let's not belabor the point and push our luck too hard. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I'll take you with.
There you go.
Chris, are you hungry? Do you want some lunch now, or do you want to do one more? Or?